talk about mastery and why it's so difficult for most people to achieve?
Well, I think most people give up. And the reason they give up is that they don't understand how mastery works. Most people think that if they start here and they keep practicing or working on their skill that they're going to get better in a straight line. It's not the way it works. The way it works is we start here, we start practicing and we get some improvement. Then we plateau. And that plateau will go on for some amount of time, and then we get worse. We don't get better, we get worse. And that goes on for some period of time. We take a dip, usually below the initial baseline. So we get worse than we were when we started that cycle. And then eventually we have an upturn and we start a new baseline. So when we start the new baseline, we get better for an amount of time. We're better than we were before. We plateau. Then we get worse. And we get worse than we were when we started the new cycle. And then we get better. So most people give up during the plateau period or the skill diminishment or decline period because they don't realize that that decline period is what happens right before we get better. There is a great book called The Startup J-Curve that talks about what happens in business. And in business, there's a very similar kind of thing, only it's a curve shaped like a J. We start here and things get worse. We lose money, our processes don't work, things just go wrong because we're in a learning curve. So we're suffering from a learning curve, a financial curve, and other kinds of curves. Then we sit at a baseline that's at the bottom of that curve that looks like the shape of a J. And then eventually, if we can hold out long enough, then we start to upturn and then we have a dramatic incline. Most people give up in the initial decline phase or down here at the plateau. If we know that this is coming, then it can give us the opportunity to succeed because we'll stick out those tough times. If we don't know it's coming, we might give up before the miracle happens. So understanding the curves for mastery in business and developing any kind of skill, I think gives a significant amount of power over our outcomes. Hi, I'm Ed Mitchell, CEO of Intent One. We really appreciate you taking time out to learn from our content. If you're interested in more, you can find us at intentone.net. Thanks so much. We appreciate you.